Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is the weekend, so let's do the whole doggone thing. Saturday, December the 3rd, National Roof Over Your Head Day, National Play Outside Day, and Skywarn Recognition Day. Sunday, December the 4th, National Cookie Day, National Dice Day, and National Sock Day.
Okay.
It's Sock Day, not Socks Day. So maybe it's a day to celebrate that one sock that, got away. I don't know.
Okay.
And I've got a guest joining me this weekend, Megan Alexander. So she's on a TV show that you might have heard of called Inside Edition, but she's also got her own program on a different network, and she's going to be at the North Pole. I don't know if she's at the North Pole right now or if she's going to be there. I'm going to ask her about that. But she's also got a children's book out called The Magic of a Small Town Christmas. So we're going to chat with her about that coming up in just a bit. Seems like a super nice lady as I was lining this up. And again, the children's book looks adorable. Going to chat all about it coming up.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Scientists at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, also known as MIT, they've discovered that the
There's
planet...
some pretty smart people there.
Oh, yeah. They've discovered that the planet has a stabilizing feedback system which helps keep global temperatures within a steady and habitable range. One grad student there involved in the research said, on the one hand, it's good because we know that today's global warming will eventually be canceled out through this stabilizing feedback. But on the other hand, it would take hundreds of thousands of years for that to happen. So not fast enough to solve a present-day issue. They say in their research, the team examined global temperature fluctuations over the course of millions of years. So I think that's kind of interesting that they're studying this over the course of millions of years. How'd they do that?
Right.
Because they're doing it now. So,
Right.
I don't know.
It's not like there were records going back that far.
No.
I suppose looking at the Earth.
Maybe they just grabbed some old newspapers. No? That's not what it was?
Maybe.
All right. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know? As misinformation and fake news and deep fakes and conspiracy theories continue to roll around on our tech platforms, it's really no surprise Merriam-Webster's word of the year for 2022 is gaslighting.
Oh, yeah.
The dictionary says gaslighting, or the act of or practice of grossly misleading somebody, especially for one's own advantage, saw a 1,740% increase in lookups this year. Gaslighting beat other runners up for the top word of the year: oligarch, omnicron, codify, and more. Queen consort is another one that people were looking up because they're like, what is that? That's the Prince Charles knew his wife is not the queen. She's the queen consort.
Okay.
They're like, okay, Google, tell me, what does that mean?
Right.
So, yeah, but these are the words that people were looking up the most. So there you go. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. How expensive is Avatar: The Way of the Water? Early reports claim the budget alone was $250 million-ish. Director James Cameron is not willing to give out an actual number, though. He's
Wow.
like, it's expensive, okay? It was Very expensive. It opens December 16th. They're hoping to make some of that money back.
I did not know there was
it's coming
Avatar
soon.
coming
Nicole Kidman received a warm welcome on Broadway. She was there last weekend, and Hugh Jackman was performing The Music Man, and that's her sweetheart, So she was there, and everybody waved and cheered and whatnot.
Everyone waved.
Yeah. And Jennifer Grey, you might know her from Dirty Dancing. She's talking about a sequel. Though she didn't confirm exactly if it was going to happen or whatnot, but the 62-year actress said she would reprise her role as Frances Baby Houseman in the long-awaited follow-up to the 1987 classic movie. And hers would not be the only familiar face. There's several other people who also said that they would do the sequel as well. So they're talking about it. I don't know.
I don't know. That one to me just seems like a big mistake.
Yeah.
But
she said there's a few
we'll
characters that will be back for sure. She just wouldn't confirm who. So it sounds like it is going to happen. We just don't know when or who or why. There we go. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. I get these sent over to me once in a while, the Would You Rathers, and I never know where to put them, so I thought right here would be a good place. I'm going to ask Heidi, would you rather give up bathing for a month or give up the internet for a month?
the internet.
Yeah, me too. I would do the same exact thing. I don't think I could give up bathing for a month.
No,
would you rather give up watching TV and movies for a year or giving up playing games for a year?
Playing games.
Yeah, I don't play games now, so that'd be easy for me.
Right.
Would you rather be free from junk mail or free from email spam for the rest of your life?
Oh, probably email spam. I don't get a whole ton of junk mail anymore.
Really? I don't think I've checked the mail for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Heidi does all that for me. Would you rather have amazingly fast typing and texting speed or be able to read ridiculously fast?
Read.
Really?
Yes.
You'd rather read fast and not type fast?
Yes.
I would rather type fast.
Really?
Because reading is like you want to relax when you read, don't you? You may sit down and like, well, that book was great. Whoa, you just sat down 2 minutes
think
ago.
of how much more you could learn.
Think how much more I could teach everyone else if I could just type fast. No? That's not working? All right. Hey, would you rather never be able to drink soda again or only be able to drink soda and nothing else?
Oh my, never drink soda
Yeah,
again.
same here.
Because you would die. You have to have water.
Would you rather get one free round-trip international plane ticket every year or be able to fly domestically anytime for free? So international once a year or anywhere in the, domestically for free?
International once a year.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I disagree on that one. Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader? Like Yoda talk, I would. Would you rather have a hamster-sized dog or a dog-sized hamster? Hamster-sized dog.
I would rather have a dog-sized hamster.
No, I'd like to have a
That
tiny
would be
little-
super
And
cool.
our final, would you rather have spaghetti for hair or sweat mayonnaise? Oh, these are so... I've got the whole list if you want to play this game with somebody. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Super excited to visit right now with Megan Alexander, and we're going to talk about a couple of different things. She's, of course, got a TV series on Up TV, but also a new children's book, The Magic of a Small Town Christmas, and this book looks fantastic, Megan.
Thank you so much, John. Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you. Now, are you at the North Pole right now, or you're getting ready to head there?
We just returned from North Pole, Alaska. Yes, 20 minutes outside of Fairbanks, guys, and it was 15 below.
Oh,
It was
wow.
freezing.
You were there for a specific reason. Let's talk a little bit about what you were doing at North Pole, Alaska.
Yeah, so we are in the second season of my holiday travel show called Small Town Christmas on Up TV. And this second season, we're heading to 4 different small towns: Ellijay, Georgia, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, North Pole, Alaska, and Frostburg, Maryland. And yes, North Pole was the biggest trek for us. You fly into Fairbanks, Alaska, which is about 4 hours north of Seattle, way up there. And then you drive 20 minutes outside of Fairbanks, Alaska, to a tiny town called North Pole that came into being in the 1950s because a lot of kids, as we know, write their letters to Santa and address it North Pole. And they started arriving in North Pole, Alaska, and a wonderful family started receiving them and opened up what is now known as the Santa Claus house, and working on behalf of the big guy to answer those letters. And then this town was really built around that post office. And it's a population of 2,200 people. It's tiny. It is cold, but there's a lot of Christmas cheer up there.
That is awesome. Now, folks know you for this TV show. They also know you for being a correspondent on Inside Edition. Is the book that you have out, the new children's book, The Magic of a Small Town Christmas, is that your first writing, or have you done quite a bit of that as well?
Yeah, it's my third book. It's my second children's book. And I have to give a shout out, guys, to my illustrator. Her name is Hiroe Nakata. She also illustrated my first children's book, which is called One More Hug. She's amazing. She brings it to life. And the book is about an imaginary town of Heartbeat Falls. I thought it would be good to create a town that is a compilation of all of the elements of these small towns that we feature in the show. And being a mom of 3 little kids myself, I returned from filming and I tell my kids about where I was, and sometimes you need to get down on their level. And the best way to do that, I often think, is stories and story time. And so that's why we put together the kids book. Is it's something that parents and grandparents can read to their kids. And yes, Christmas is about wonderful, shiny things, but most importantly, it's about family and friends and faith and the reason for the season. And I hope that's reflected in the book.
I love that. My kids are grown up, so I haven't bought a children's book in a long, long time, but this looks really, really good.
I think adults can appreciate it too, John. I think, all ages can slow down and take in the reason for the season. And I think that's what our small towns do such a good job of, is if they move at a slower pace, and they just appreciate the little things. And some of these events that we go to, they may not be the most extravagant, but wow, they have fun. And you can tell that it's the tradition of showing up year after year at the local ice skating rink or the tree lighting ceremony. There's so much charm in these small towns, and that's what we try to bring out.
I love it. I absolutely love that. And I'm from a small town, so I love the small town concept of small town Christmas, because to me, that's what I grew up with.
Yeah. You went and got the tree from the local tree farm with your family, strapped it on the station wagon.
Yeah, and then, all of the community events that you go to, even though it was cold outside, you go and shiver together and have fun. And I wouldn't change that for the world. I just thought it was the coolest thing.
I agree. And you may have experienced this too growing up. A lot of these activities, these holiday events in small towns, are still very much volunteer driven, which I was impressed by and inspired by. People do this for free, John. I mean, yes, they, the small businesses, we need to support them. And that's what I also hope with the show, is that we'll promote these small businesses that need a boost coming off of COVID. But so many of these holiday activities, people work weeks, if not months, in preparation for these events, and they do it for free because they love it and they love the community.
Absolutely. I love that. And for folks that want to see the North Pole episode on Up TV, when will that air?
The show airs Sunday nights on Up TV, 9/8 Central. Pigeon Forge, Tennessee is December the 4th on Sunday. North Pole, Alaska, I believe, is December the 11th. And then our final episode is Frostburg, Maryland. Up TV is a cable channel. You can also get it through the Philo app or the Friendly app. And the book is available on Amazon and in most bookstores.
I'm going to throw a link to it to make it easy to find. Thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it, Megan.
Thank you, guys. Merry Christmas.
Absolutely. Again, Megan Alexander. I'll throw a link to the book and to the show in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. BetterCreditCard.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
All humans are 99.9% genetically identical. Oh, I thought you looked familiar. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The genetic similarity between a human and a cat is 90%. With a dog, 84%. With a cow, 80%. With a pumpkin, 75%. With a banana, 60%. And with a cabbage, 57%.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought they all looked familiar. All right, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Michael Jackson tried to buy Marvel. You know why?
Why?
So he could play Spider-Man in the movies. Seriously, that is weird. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The communicator, like the walkie-talkie thing used in Star Wars The Phantom Menace, is actually a Gillette women's razor.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
According to British mathematician John Edsner Littlewood, you can expect to experience events with odds of 1 in a million at a rate of about once per month. So you think it's 1 in a million. It's never going to happen. It happens like once a month. So that's kind of interesting. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. 21% of us have done this to end a conversation on the phone. What is it?
Faked an emergency.
No, yawn.
Oh.
Next time you're on the phone with Heidi, if she has an emergency, just know that it's not real. You have a lot of emergencies when I'm on the phone with her. Gotta go, emergency. Like, what was that all about? All right, no, the answer is yawn. And I made Heidi yawn when I did it. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Very bizarre story. We actually had a chance to chat about this. A Florida woman is suing the parent company of Velveeta's microwavable shells and cheese cups because she says it takes longer to prepare the meal than the 3.5 minutes on the box label. Amanda Ramirez is the plaintiff in a $5 million class action lawsuit filed against
insane.
Kraft Heinz Foods. The claim quotes the 4 steps to prepare the meal are printed on the box, and it alleges that it's 3.5 minutes ready in time, the length of the time to complete only one of the steps. It does not include the time needed to mix in the other ingredients as instructed in the other steps. The suit does not state how long it took her to prepare her cups for eating, but she bought this on more than one occasion, and I think that's going to hurt her because she came back and did it again. Like, if she only did it once, it was like, oh, this was way too hard. I mean, wouldn't that make more sense? But when she did this over and over and over, and she's like, I'm suing him. I'm finally suing him because now it's bothered me.
I just can't take it anymore.
It's just it's so, and again, who knows? Maybe at the end of the day, maybe she'll win. It just seems really weird. It's why it's today's weird news. Brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Name of things that you didn't know. The space between your eyebrows is called the glabella. Glabella. The coating at the end of your shoelaces is called an aglet. Aglet. When your stomach rumbles, it's a womble. Wamble. The lights you see when you close your eyes and rub them, they're called phonosphenes. Phosphenes. Phosphenes. The tiny plastic thing in the middle of a pizza box is a box tent. The little finger or little toe is called the minimus. The wired cage that holds a cork on a champagne bottle is an agraff. The na-na-nas and the la-la-las in a song that don't have any meaning are called vocables. When you combine a question mark with an exclamation point, that is an interrogatory. interrobing. I don't know how you'd say it. And the last one, the sick feeling after eating or drinking too much is called crapulence. That's just fun to say right there. All right, things you might not have known is the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. Comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote today is from Mike Myers. Mike says, "My theory is that all of Scottish cuisine is based on a dare." Who would mix this with that? Well, I lost it. So, all right, very fun. That is quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of our good friends over at InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news, amazing news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Here's a headline. Brave police officer who cannot swim rescues a drowning infant, and we've got body cam footage of that.
Wow.
Yeah, this happened in Florida where an officer put her own life at risk to save an infant that was drowning. Sheriff's Office released the body cam video footage of the harrowing experience. Officer Mayata Sanderson with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office was the first to arrive at the scene. They said that she was alerted the infant was still in the water. And that's when they reached out to find somebody to help, and she was the one that got there. But she has no idea how to swim.
Wow.
Even though she doesn't know how to swim, without a second's hesitation, she jumped into the pond to retrieve the child. Then performed CPR until she was relieved by another responding officer. Video shows her. She's been with the sheriff's office since 2019, by the way. Video shows her sprinting into the water and making her way to the drowning child.
Wow.
"Come on, baby," you can hear her saying as she's performing CPR. "Come on." Body cam footage ends when a first responder arrives to the scene to take over. Her actions, while putting her own life at risk, undoubtedly saved this child's life, the sheriff's office says. "It's one of the bravest things I've ever seen. The officer, no doubt, risked her own life. Thank you," one Facebook writer had written, a Facebook user had written.
Right.
Now, the officer did not walk. She ran to find the status of that child, didn't hesitate at all. She dove in and she saved the life, another person said. So if you'd like to see the video, the body cam footage, all of that, it is. And there's also a photo that's blurred. If you want to see that, though, I do have a link to it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. And yeah, it's just crazy.
That's awesome.
But you know what? So many times, the only thing we hear about a police officer is when something negative happens. I love when something positive happens, and we can share that too. Because I'm not saying negative things don't happen
all the time. It's
and
just
that's
very
thing.
few of them get talked about.
I was going to say, I'm not saying that negative things don't happen. They do. But when positive things happen, you never hear about it. So
Right.
that's why I always want to share that in my good news. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.